Okay, so where we left off, I wasn't really overjoyed by this one. So let's just move that off to the side so we know where we've been. So I cut two new pieces of the letter, and I think you'll see you get quite different results with each one of these. So since I was trying to get this kind of trap negative space in here, I found that this would probably give me the best results. So let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's repeat our steps. So for 8 times around with this one, that worked out pretty good. And what I'll show you in a minute is what if we only wanted to go 7 times around or some other odd amount. Now this one will work good, but it'll be more, it'll definitely be some trap space in here. So pause this and repeat the steps. Going to place the center point there. So you can see two totally different results just via the piece that I started with. So I'll show you how to rotate odd amounts, but first let's talk about these center holes that get created here. This right here has nothing to do with that typeface, right? If we chose 3 letters of this typeface, put it out here, none of them are going to have anything that look like that in here. So we basically have two things that we can do. I'm going to hit Command colon to get rid of those guides for right now. I can either fill this in with black. If that looks too thick, then I can try filling it in with a white circle and see what that looks like. So I'll go over here to these tools here, grab the ellipse tool, see if I can find the exact center. If I can't, I'll show you another little trick for this, but with the black fill in, it's not that critical if it's centered or not. And then we'll zoom out, take a look at that. I think that's kind of on the border of starting to look too thick in the middle, and you would see better when you had other things next to it. Since it's kind of hard to find that exact center, here's another little trick you could do, especially if you need to fill it with a color like white that is critical that it would be right on center. So first what you could do is group these together. So I'll select all of them, I'll go to Object, I'll go to Group. Now they'll be treated like one unit. So in other words, if I move one, they all move with it, and its center point will be for this entire thing. Then what I would do is go over here, change this to white. Just click here. So my fill color, whoops, is white. No stroke color. If you did have a stroke color, you just click this option here with it brought forward. And now I'll take this tool. It doesn't really matter where I make this. Probably want to make it pretty close to center. And we'll draw this out, kind of get an idea of about what size. That's maybe a little bit too big. I can come back in with this tool, hold down the Shift key so that it constrains the proportions. And now what I would do is select this entity now and this circle and then use the align option. So with them both selected, I go up here and I have this horizontal align. When I click it, now they're perfectly horizontally aligned, and then go over to this one, vertical align, and now they're perfectly vertically aligned. So that's what that looks like with a hole in there. Alright, so now what if you wanted to see what, let's go back to this one for a second. What if we wanted to see what that looked like going 7 times around, or 6 times around, or 5 times around? You know, in other words, something other than the typical 8 that's, or 4 that's really easy to get. So I'll grab a piece here. The process is almost the same. There's one key difference. So let's repeat the steps. We grab it, we go over to the rotate tool, and here's where the difference is. Instead of clicking, we're going to option click. So I'm pressing down the option key, now I'm clicking with the mouse, and this thing flies open. And if we go 8 times around, it's 45 degrees. If we go 4 times around, it's 90 degrees. So it always adds up to 360. If we want to find an odd amount, it's just a matter of doing some simple math. So I'll bring out the calculator. I'm going up to the top right-hand corner, typing in the word CALC, and before I know it, the option for calculator pops up. And that's what I'm going to grab here. And it's just a matter of taking 360 and dividing it by how many rotations I want. So since I want to try 7, I'll go 360 divided by 7. If I wanted to go 6 times around, it would be 360 divided by 6. Hit enter to get the number. Now 7 happens to be a not very friendly number. So what I'm going to do is, now that I have that number up, Command V to copy it. Then I'm going to go back into Illustrator, and I'm going to place the cursor inside of here, and I'm going to go Command V to paste that number in there, and obviously I did something wrong. Let's go back to our calculator, get that number. Okay, now I have that number in there. I think I did Command V twice instead of Command C and then Command V inside of here. So now you can see we have all those decimal points in there. So the more accurate, the better. Okay, so now that this number's in here, we don't want to click OK because that would just rotate it only. But if we click copy, it will rotate it and copy it. And now we're back to the other steps we had: Command D, Command D, Command D, Command D. All right, and then this one probably be safe to just fill that center with black. So again, we go back over here, see if we can find pretty close to the center, and to draw from the center out, you hold down the Option key, and to constrain it to a circle, hold down the Shift key. You can see it's a little off center, but for our purposes there, that doesn't really matter. Okay, so now you have a couple different methods for making these. And now there's another thing that we need to address, and that is that if you're in my animation class and you're animating this thing, we have to be careful that the piece as it animates doesn't look foreign to this font. So let me give you an example here. If I go back, grab this letter form, and let's say I'm going to start looking at what it's going to look like as a logo. So obviously I'm going to want to make this smaller. And let's say the name of the company, we're just going to use initials, SRI. Okay, so I think you'd agree that this typeface, this logo, they definitely look like they have things in common, right? Even if you didn't know how it was created, you probably wouldn't be able to say that that looked awful with that. But if we just look at the pieces next to this font, you'll see that there is something a little inconsistent. It's just the way that that's chopped off so suddenly here. So that's what we need to address, is during the animation, until it comes together, we need to make this look a little bit more presentable. So I'm going to show you a couple ways. To me, the best way to do this is to address this piece with another part of the font. It could be a totally different letter, could be the same letter, but what we want to do is kind of cut out a section here or round this off in some way that makes it look like it belongs with this font set. In other words, just like something that you would find in the glyph palette. If you went to type and you went to glyphs and you look in this palette here, you want it to look like something that would very much be offered inside of here. So we're going to round that off a little bit, and the first thing I'm going to do is try it with the same exact letter. So I'm going to copy this, hold down the Command key to get the direct selection tool and deselect everything, then Command V to paste, and then I'm going to make this the same size that it was before, which was 200. And then what I'm going to do is align this up here so that I can just kind of cut away. Now it's kind of hard seeing this with them all the same color, so let's change the color of this to something bright and a little different here. Okay. Alright, so I think I can find an angle using this piece here. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of all but that piece so it's not so cumbersome with the eraser tool. And of course, to erase from a font, we first have to change it to outlines. And then once we have outlines, we can hold down and we'll just get rid of everything but what we need here. And the reason I'm not erasing these other parts by accident is because I actually have the piece selected. with it selected, it only will erase what you have selected. Okay, so what we're going to do is overlap this onto here to try to make a nicer piece. Now once I have this right in exactly where I want it at the angle that I have, then I'm going to go to the Pathfinder tools and I'm going to chop away from here. So I'm going to lose this little bit of the original. So here's how you do that. You select the two pieces, you go to, if you don't already have it out here, you go to Windows and you go to Pathfinder. And with these Pathfinder options, you pick the one that is most appropriate. And they tell you what they are when you run the mouse over them. So I want this one minus the front option. And what that does is it takes the piece that's on top and subtracts it from the back. So what if you accidentally had this piece in the back? Well, you need to bring it forward. And the easiest way to do that is just to click on it, then right click and go to Arrange and select Bring to Front. Now that piece is on top. Now we select both of them. We go to this option here, click on it, and now it has subtracted away. And I think you agree that that looks quite a bit better than what we had before. If you still think this is a little bit too pointed, then you have a couple options. The more cumbersome and trial and error one would be to actually take the eraser and try to cut away these corners, or an even better way is to take the pen tool, if you're at all familiar with that, and just, in fact I'm going to change colors here again so you can clearly see what I'm doing. I'm going to take the pen tool and go right on the path, and I'm going to drag up with it and then end up on this path, and I'm going to drag over like that. Now I've created a nice round corner, and then I'm just going to click, 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 click. And if you're not familiar with the pen tool, you could watch the videos that I have posted on it. Then I'm going to select both of them, go back to the Pathfinder, and subtract that option off. So let me just repeat those steps so you can see them over here. I'm going to click right on the path, drag so that my next point is rounded. Click over here, drag up, round it out a little bit, and then do the same thing. Come back to where I started, select both of these pieces, select the subtract option, and now I have a piece that looks a little bit more like something that would be in that glyph palette. And one last thing I want to tell you that'll save you some time, in critiques especially, is don't make a logo that features something that's not part of the typeface. So for example, let's say that you go up to the font here, and I'll just go back to the same one that I used before, and you realize there's something pretty interesting going on with this Q. What you would want to feature, Command C for copy, would be that bottom part, obviously, but what I have students do every now and then is feature their cuts. And so what I mean by that is it would do something like this. Take this piece, and of course we need to type, create outlines, and erase away the section that they don't want. So far everything that I'm telling you is an acceptable way, and I'll point out what's not acceptable. Kind of chop that off there. Now, what's very much a part of this typeface is still this. This is not, because it has those very strong points. So if I were to make a logo that looked like this, that wouldn't be a very good use of this assignment, because we have these pointed things sticking out everywhere, and when we put the letters next to them like we did down here, you're going to see that it doesn't go very well with it. Another option that you have, if you have a logo that's looking kind of cool but not quite where you